Welcome to MartiniWorks. One of the things that makes this website super special is something that we're just calling build threads. You remember this way back in the day when you used to have people that would share their photos, their story, their build, and help other people figure out what fits their car, what products worked well on their car, and maybe what actually didn't work well at all. And over here on MartiniWorks, we're bringing that back in a super easy way. And you're probably watching this trying to figure out just how do you add your car to the build thread. So I figured we would jump right in, make it super easy for you. You can follow along if you'd like. If you head over to the website MartiniWorks, at the top you're going to see build threads. That's where all the build threads live on the website. If you are logged in, you just head right over to your dashboard. And if you don't have an account just yet, all you have to do is create one so that you can get to your dashboard and you can add your build thread. So we're going to jump right on in. There's my smiling face. Scroll on down, you can head over to submit your build thread. Now I have almost all of the cars that we're working on the channel right now in the build threads right now, but the one that I am missing is the one that I partnered over with Torque Motorsport on, which is our 2022 Toyota GR86. The name of the build is what's going to show up on the internet, so be sure you're entering in your year, make, and model, and of course any sort of nicknames or anything that you have for your car. You go in, you can select your favorite image. This is essentially going to be your hero image, what's going to show up right at the top of the build threads. My favorite one is probably the one that Dakota took in the forest, so I'm going to get that added up here too. The only thing you're going to need as you walk through this, and quite honestly, is give us some nice high quality photos, like 5, 10 of them if you have them. Something from your phone totally works, but just keep in mind that the better they are, the nicer the whole page is gonna look. And the second thing you're gonna need is what you have done to your car. We're trying to make sure that these are either works in progresses or builds that people can learn from. So if your car is completely stock, there's not a whole lot for the audience to learn from just yet. We wanna make sure that you have a couple mods on your car because then we can see what wheels fit, what tires fit, suspension, all that sort of good stuff. So, jumping on in, we got a 2022 vehicle brand, Toyota, not a Volkswagen, Toyota. And then it's gonna ask you for the build type. Now we have a drift build, that's what this car is. We obviously have a bunch of different options. You can pick multiple ones if you want, but we're gonna go with drift. The story is a huge part of this. As you're adding your car to the build threads, one of the things that's really important is to share your story. Why do you have it? What's the purpose of it? What's your goals with it? Try to show us the human behind the car a little bit, because this is what we love to read, and we know that this is what thousands of other people want to hear about. Not just the car. The car is a huge uptick. It's a very exciting thing, but people love to hear, why are you building it? So give me just a second. I'm gonna fill this out really quick. All right, so now that we have the story, we're gonna jump right in, and you're gonna see a list for build items. Mod state pretty much means, is it something that you have on the car now, or is it a planned upgrade? So I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna start adding the mods that we have on the car right now, starting off with the wheels. Now I have some Koenig Decagrams. I absolutely love Koenigs. I always recommend, if you're looking for wheels that can kind of just get the job done, Koenigs are always the way to go. So I'm gonna get those added. It's a square setup, so nothing too crazy there. And then I just click add item if I wanna add more stuff. So now I'm gonna add my tires. We have Nexen SU1s, and they are 225/40 R18. If you can add the size, that is huge. Add as much detail as you possibly can. If you even have the SKU, add it in there. If you don't, that's totally okay. Now we also have suspension. I have Feel coilovers, and it's their 441 series. I'm gonna add another item here, and then I do also have on the interior, I have a Grip Royal steering wheel, and we have the NRG Quick Release 2.0. Now we do have some future mods that we plan on putting on the car. That's a planned upgrade, so we're gonna jump into performance. I also have a planned upgrade of GK Tech angle kit that we're gonna be throwing on there. We also have a planned upgrade for the exhaust, so Tome headers. And then I did forget to add, in the old performance gang, we do also have a K&N air intake, and I also have a Borla exhaust. All right. Now we get into there, all we have to do is add some gallery images. I already have mine selected in a folder. If you're on your phone, just make sure you're careful with which photos you upload, okay? I know you. I know people like you, okay? Be careful, all right? I don't wanna see no inappropriate style stuff going in here, otherwise I'm just gonna send it right to Dakota. We're gonna make sure that all those images are loaded up. Looks like we're all good to go. it's in draft, and then submit. Simple as that. Usually takes a couple days to get everything taken care of, because once you add your car to the build threads, our team is then going to look over it, make sure everything looks good, and if we have any questions, we're gonna reach out to you. Adding your car to the build threads is a super easy thing to do, and it not only helps us with helping people figure out what fits their vehicle, it also helps people share their story around the car, and that's what MartiniWorks is all about. Sharing your story, building a community, and building a passionate group of people that give a shit about modding their car, and that's why we built MartiniWorks. So we hope you're about that. We hope you enjoy the site. And of course, we hope you enjoy the video. We'll talk to you later.